In early 1978, CBS premiered Baby, I'm Back, a groundbreaking sitcom starring DeMond Wilson, fresh from Sanford and Son success. The show's blend of family comedy and social commentary brought joy to millions during its brief 13-episode run. Yet behind the scenes of this beloved series lies a sobering reality. Several talented actors who graced the screen have since passed away, their contributions to entertainment forever silenced. From Broadway veterans to character actors who became household faces, death has claimed 5 members of this remarkable cast, transforming their comedic legacy into bittersweet memories. Helen Martin. Helen Martin brought sharp wit and unforgettable energy to Baby, I'm Back, as Luzelle Carter, the formidable mother-in-law who could stop any conversation with just one look. Her character served as both comic relief and the voice of wisdom in the Ellis household, delivering cutting one-liners with perfect timing while secretly caring deeply for her family. Martin's portrayal of Luzelle created one of the show's most memorable dynamics, as her character frequently clashed with DeMond Wilson's Raymond Ellis in scenes that had audiences both laughing and cringing at the uncomfortable truth behind her sharp observations. Born Helen Dorothy Martin on July 23, 1909 in St. Louis, Missouri, she discovered her passion for performance early in life, leading a band during her teenage years and participating in local theater groups in Nashville, Tennessee, where she was raised. After attending Fisk University for 2 years, Martin made the bold decision to leave college and pursue acting professionally, moving to Chicago and then New York to study with prestigious theater companies, including the WPA Theater and the Rose McClendon Players. Her dedication to her craft led her to become a founding member of the American Negro Theater in Harlem, where she worked alongside other pioneering African-American performers who were breaking barriers in the entertainment industry. Martin's Broadway career began in 1937 with Orchids Preferred, and she went on to appear in Orson Welles' production of Native Son in 1941, establishing herself as a serious dramatic actress. Throughout the 1940s and 1950s, she appeared in numerous Broadway productions, including The Blacks, Hurley Victorious, and The Amen Corner, building a reputation as a reliable and talented character actress. However, it was television that brought Martin her greatest fame later in life, when she became widely known to audiences through her recurring role as Wanda Williams on Good Times, and later as the unforgettable Pearl Shea on the hit sitcom 227, where her portrayal of Marla Gibbs' wisecracking neighbor made her a household name. On March 25, 2000, Helen Martin suffered a fatal heart attack at her home in Monterey, California, at the age of 90. Her death marked the end of a remarkable career that spanned more than 6 decades, during which she had appeared in countless television shows, films, and stage productions. Martin never married or had children, dedicating her life entirely to her craft and leaving behind a legacy of groundbreaking performances that helped pave the way for future generations of African-American actresses in television and theater. Helen Martin's contribution to Baby, I'm Back may have been brief, but her portrayal of Luzelle Carter demonstrated the same sharp intelligence and perfect comic timing that made her a beloved figure throughout her long career, reminding us that great character actors can make even the smallest roles unforgettable. Patrick Cranshaw. Patrick Cranshaw appeared in 2 episodes of Baby, I'm Back as the old man, bringing the same gentle humor and natural charm that would later make him a cult favorite in films like Old School decades later. Even in these early television appearances, Cranshaw demonstrated the ability to create memorable characters with just a few lines and the right facial expression, using his natural comedic timing to add warmth and authenticity to every scene he entered. His performances on the show showcased the skills that would serve him well throughout a career that spanned nearly 50 years, proving that even the smallest roles could be made special by actors who understood how to connect with audiences. Born Joseph Patrick Cranshaw on June 17, 1919, in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, he first discovered his love for entertaining while performing for American troops before World War II, an experience that taught him how to connect with audiences and use humor to bring joy during difficult times. After serving 8 years in the United States Air Force, Cranshaw worked various jobs, including selling cars, before a chance encounter with a customer who asked him to audition for a play changed the direction of his life. He made his first professional acting appearance on stage in 1969 and quickly moved to television and film, making his big-screen debut with a small role in the 1974 thriller The Taking of Pelham 123. Throughout his career, Cranshaw became known for playing kind-hearted older men, grandfathers, and eccentric characters who brought wisdom and humor to the stories around them. He appeared in numerous television shows, including The Dukes of Hazzard, Mork and Mindy, Alice, and The Drew Carey Show, while his film work included roles in The Hudsucker Proxy, Best in Show, and the Air Bud series. However, it was his role as the elderly fraternity brother Blue in Old School that brought Cranshaw unexpected fame in his 80s, making him a beloved figure to a whole new generation of fans who would yell his character's signature line whenever they saw him in public. On December 28, 2005, Patrick Cranshaw died of natural causes at his home in Fort Worth, Texas, at the age of 86, just after completing work on another installment in the Air Bud series. His death came at the height of his unexpected late career popularity, as fans around the world had embraced his scene-stealing performance in Old School and turned him into an unlikely internet sensation. He was survived by 3 children, 6 grandchildren, 8 great-grandchildren, and a sister, leaving behind a family who remembered him as a devoted father and grandfather who had found joy and success in his chosen profession well into his golden years. Patrick Cranshaw's appearances on Baby, I'm Back represent the early work of an actor who would prove that it's never too late to find fame and that the best character actors can make audiences fall in love with them regardless of their age, bringing joy and laughter to viewers across multiple generations. Alan Rich. Alan Rich appeared in just one episode of Baby, I'm Back as a judge. But his brief appearance showcased the commanding presence and natural authority that made him one of Hollywood's most reliable character actors. Even in a small role, Rich brought the kind of dignified gravitas that could make viewers instantly believe he belonged on the bench, delivering his lines with the quiet confidence of someone who had spent decades mastering his craft. His performance, though limited to a single episode, demonstrated why casting directors consistently turned to him when they needed an actor who could convey intelligence and respectability without saying a word. Born Benjamin Norman Schultz on February 8, 1926 in the Bronx, New York, Rich discovered his love for acting at just 9 years old and quickly began pursuing roles in local theater productions. His talent became evident early, and by 1943, at age 17, he had already made his Broadway debut in I'll Take the High Road, a production that featured Milton Berle and introduced Rich to the world of professional theater. He continued building his stage career throughout the 1940s, appearing alongside legendary actors like Claude Rains, Kim Hunter, and Henry Fonda in productions including Darkness at Noon and The Emperor's Clothes, establishing himself as a promising young performer with a bright future ahead. However, Rich's promising career came to an abrupt halt in the early 1950s when he was blacklisted during the McCarthy era for his involvement with the Theater Action Committee, which had been working to free a wrongly convicted black man from Mississippi. Unable to find acting work and needing to support his family, Rich reinvented himself as a Wall Street broker and eventually opened his own brokerage firm, while also becoming an expert in modern art and opening the Alan Rich Galleries on Madison Avenue. When he finally returned to acting in the 1960s, he brought a lifetime of experience and wisdom to his performances, appearing in major films like Serpico, Quiz Show, Disclosure, and Amistad, as well as memorable television roles on shows like Curb Your Enthusiasm, where he played a Holocaust survivor with remarkable depth and sensitivity. Rich spent his final years at the Lillian Booth Actors Home in Englewood, New Jersey, where he died on August 22, 2020, at age 94, after a battle with progressive dementia. His death marked the end of a remarkable journey from a blacklisted young actor to a respected character performer who had overcome one of Hollywood's darkest periods to build a successful second career that lasted well into his 90s. Alan Rich's single appearance on Baby, I'm Back represents just a tiny fraction of a career that spanned more than 50 years and over 130 film and television roles, reminding us that even the smallest parts can be elevated by actors who bring a lifetime of experience and dedication to every performance. Jack Fletcher. Jack Fletcher brought his considerable stage experience to Baby Bow, I'm Back in a guest appearance as Reginald Price, demonstrating the kind of polished professionalism that made him a sought-after character actor throughout his career. Though his role was limited to just one episode, Fletcher's performance showcased the theatrical training and natural charisma that had made him a familiar face to television audiences for decades. His ability to slip seamlessly into any role, whether comedic or dramatic, made him the type of reliable performer that producers could count on to elevate even the smallest parts with his presence and skill. Born on April 21, 1921, in Forest Hills, Queens, New York, Fletcher developed his love for performance early and dedicated himself to mastering the craft of acting through years of stage work and theatrical training. He spent much of his early career building his reputation in live theater, where he learned the discipline and technique that would serve him well throughout his later television and film work. Fletcher's theatrical background gave him a strong foundation in character development and timing, skills that translated perfectly to the emerging medium of television, where his versatility and reliability made him a welcome addition to countless productions throughout the 1960s, 1970s, and 1980s. Fletcher became a recognizable face to television audiences through his appearances on popular shows including Gimme a Break, where he played memorable characters that showcased his range as a performer. He also appeared in Colucci's Department and made guest appearances on numerous other television series, building a steady career as a character actor who could be counted on to bring professionalism and skill to every role he accepted. His work in the 1964 television adaptation of Once Upon a Mattress demonstrated his musical theater abilities, while his later appearance in the 1988 comedy film Elvira, Mistress of the Dark showed his willingness to embrace different genres and work with new generations of performers throughout his career. On February 15, 1990, Jack Fletcher passed away in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 68, though the specific cause of his death was not widely reported in available sources. His death marked the end of a career that had spanned several decades and included work across multiple forms of entertainment, from live theater to television to film, demonstrating his adaptability and commitment to his craft throughout the changing landscape of American entertainment. Jack Fletcher's brief appearance on Baby, I'm Back serves as a reminder of the countless skilled character actors who helped make television shows memorable through their dedication to bringing even the smallest roles to life, contributing their experience and professionalism to create the rich tapestry of performances that made classic television so enduring and beloved. Bill Cobbs. Bill Cobbs appeared in a single episode of Baby, I'm Back as attorney Adam Johnson, bringing the same quiet dignity and natural authority that would make him one of Hollywood's most beloved character actors over the following decades. Even in this brief early television appearance, Cobbs demonstrated the warm presence and genuine humanity that audiences would come to associate with his performances, whether he was playing a wise mentor, a caring grandfather, or a trusted professional. His role as an attorney on the show showcased his ability to convey intelligence and trustworthiness without effort, qualities that would serve him well throughout a career that spanned nearly 50 years and included almost 200 film and television credits. Born Wilbert Francisco Cobbs on June 16, 1934 in Cleveland, Ohio, he took an unconventional path to acting, first serving 8 years in the United States Air Force as a radar technician before working various jobs, including selling cars and office equipment for IBM. It wasn't until 1970, when Cobbs was already 36 years old, that he decided to pursue acting seriously, moving to New York City to study his craft while supporting himself by driving a taxi, repairing office equipment, and taking on various odd jobs. His late start in the entertainment industry meant that Cobbs brought a wealth of life experience to his performances, giving him the authenticity and wisdom that would become his trademark as an actor. Cobbs built his reputation through steady work in television and film, becoming particularly known for playing authority figures, mentors, and wise elders who provided guidance and stability to younger characters. His most famous roles included Whitney Houston's manager in The Bodyguard, the mystical clock repairman in Night at the Museum, and the security guard Reginald, who sets the plot in motion in that same film. He also appeared in acclaimed films like The Hudsucker Proxy, The Brother from Another Planet, and Sunshine State, while his television work included memorable appearances on The Sopranos, The West Wing, Sesame Street, and Good Times, demonstrating his versatility across different genres and audiences. On June 25, 2024, Bill Cobbs passed away peacefully from natural causes at his home in Upland, California, just 9 days after celebrating his 90th birthday surrounded by family and friends. His death marked the end of an extraordinary career that had seen him work well into his 80s, earning a Daytime Emmy Award in 2020 for his performance on the children's series Dino Dana, and continuing to bring joy to audiences across multiple generations. Bill Cobbs's early appearance on Baby, I'm Back represents the beginning of a remarkable journey that saw a late-blooming actor become one of the most recognizable and respected character performers in American entertainment, proving that it's never too late to follow your dreams and make a lasting impact on the world.